All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NADCL Season 5 semi-final upper bracket. I am Jeeves, and tonight I am joined by my good friend Chompix here. Welcome, Chompix. Are you ready to get dug in to this FryBoys versus YodiBrodi Nexus face-off?
Hi, Jeeves. Absolutely, FryBoys versus YodiBrodi Nexus. I'm a FryBoys fan today, so non-biased cast, by the way.
They made me put up the Nexus banner. It's nothing to do with any kind of favoritism, of course. But I did see a little bit of heat coming from YodiBrodi Nexus over on Twitter. A little bit of I think there was a little bit of it. Was it Grin Esports? No, they were playing versus Bullish on Gaming, and they were Bullish on Gaming. Were bullish, of course. And they were turned around 2-0 by YodiBrodi Nexus, which has kind of set up this battle between FryBoys and YodiBrodi Nexus tonight.
I was a little bit surprised. I was expecting way more from the Bullish on Gaming, but unfortunately, it is FryBoys the better team last week. Well, now I gotta. Sorry, it was YodiBrodi the better team. So hopefully, FryBoys will take them down as a revenge.
Yeah, FryBoys managed to take down Grin Esports, but I think that series went 2-1. I don't think it was a 2-0 that time around, was it?
Yeah, 2-0. Yeah, both of them
2-0, 2-0. Yeah, for sure. Got a quick look at the bracket there. As you can see, this is the upper bracket semifinals. A little bit of a change. This should be played tomorrow night, but we've put it ahead of the games tonight because there's some there's scheduling issues with FryBoys, I think, and other tournaments. I think the ESL maybe. And then after Nexus versus FryBoys, we're going to have Instinct versus Astronaut Gamers. And then Spark-Faced Killers versus... who are they playing?
The Vanguard.
The Vanguard, that's right, yeah.
The Honored Vanguard.
The Honored Vanguard, yeah. So that's going to be... That's a pretty full day of Dota. It's all best of threes. I hope you're getting locked in and getting ready for some hardcore Dota action for sure. Those two battles will of course determine who's going to go through to the other upper bracket semi-final.
You know what I really like about this bracket is that it's go big or go home. It's just like you're definitely gonna get eliminated. Just single elimination. I mean, single bracket. That's the single elimination. That's the best thing. I think so. I mean, you gotta give it all.
Wait, there's no lower bracket in this tournament?
No lower bracket. Absolutely. It's only a single elimination. Yeah. So that's why no more bullish on gaming. And
they're just out. There's you just can't mess around, right? You just have to go for it, you know? God dang, that's savage. Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else, to be honest, but yeah, that's hardcore. Yeah, we're going into the draft now. It'll be first ban for YodiBrodi Nexus.
Something important to take a look at the draft is that FryBoys having the last pick. So YodiBrodi first pick. I'm wondering what type of mid laner they're going to try to use. Now, FryBoys have been using a lot of Dazzle, so I'm wondering if that's going to be open. The Dingus is there. So,
I mean, we see instantly, though, the Bristleback ban out, which is a FryBoys favorite, and they also take out the B-God Skywrath Mage. Okay, they don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, Bristleback is sort of like a respect ban from Scorch Magdad, SMD. Skywrath Mage as well is extremely annoying. I believe, yes, absolutely. That 6 seconds silence is a lot. And also, it's just Bigot, something that he likes to do that, right? Skywrath Mage, Techies, Hoodwink, or Patch. So those heroes where YodiBrodi Nexus should be revolving around. You can't ban them all, you know? You're going to be spending a lot. There's a room for a TA ban at some point, but probably FryBoys are like, yeah, I think we can handle that with a couple of DPS damages.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of answers for TA, and none of them have really been banned out so far. So we get rid of the Tria Protector. Just say we got rid of Muerta and the Dark Willow. Were they going to be carries or position 4s? Do you think?
I think that's
is that the FryBoys specialty? Is that Sammy Boy been playing a bit of Muerta 1 or any?
Sammy Boy is back to position 1.
Is he?
Yes, he's back to position 1. So I expect this probably going to be some type of like support picks, so they just want to like not deal with that. I mean, Dark Willow is definitely annoying, so probably it's a Spirit Breaker. Team Spirit Breaker most likely going to be draft. You know, anytime that I see a Dark Willow man, I kind of like start thinking about some type of like mobile heroes.
Yeah, exactly. Darkseer, Spirit Breaker. I mean, they take the Weaver directly out. Could have been another situation. They pick up the Spirit Breaker themselves as telegraphed there by the draft. They take the Dazzle over FryBoys, which we kind of I thought they would do as well, and they banned out the CK as well, which is it's just a pretty strong core, you know.
Yeah, that Dazzle, like it's been like it has 100% win rate so far at FryBoys. So we'll see how that Dazzle is going to be playing around. There is some DPS damage that we're talking about, so maybe some trying to protect your Templar Assassin or trying to revolve around that. Without the Dark Willow, what else can stop this Spirit Breaker?
I mean, a Bloodseeker, no. Literally anything with the kind of the slow or the instant stun, like you could even go back for like I don't know, the Shaman or the Ogre. A little bit weaker on the Shadow Shaman, but you've got like the instant cast. So you shackle him, you can hex him, you can just really mess him. But once he's got like a BKB or he's coming in with a Silver Edge or Shadow Blade, I don't know if they're still into that, but yeah, that can be pretty devastating if they just hit you from nowhere for sure. They take Huskar out, it's another sort of respect ban going to against FryBoys there, and Kunkka, Sand King, both pretty stable heroes right now. Could we be seeing a Naga or a PL? No.
Is it too early to pick out a Grimstroke? Do you think so? Just to have the silence a little bit.
The Grimstroke could be really good versus Spirit Breaker as well.
Yeah, so
you can slow with a link.
Mm-hmm. Either way, YodiBrodi could also pick out the Grimstroke, but I don't think B-God has enough skills to play that one.
Well, I'm sure he can.
It's out of his comfort heroes. Grimstroke, great,
Grimstroke over
absolutely. That is a
FryBoys, yeah.
Grimstroke on your FryBoys, absolutely. You got the position 5, position 4. I'm wondering if they're gonna end up flexing that Dazzle meat at some point, trying to get those
Yeah.
Saganim Scepter. But I think so. I don't think so. I think that Dazzle is pretty much to protect the Templar Assassin. Notice that they have no ban the Templar Assassin. You go with the Enchantress pick for an Ember Spirit at some point. Do you think so? But it goes with the patch. That is a big god pick. So Enchantress position 5. At some point, you think some type of like spirit, Ember Spirit at some point? What is the Enchantress pick here?
So we got the Grimstroke, the Dazzle. Dazzle, like you say, not necessarily going to be support. It could be played in the core role. Pudge is going to be really good versus the TA if they do go back to try and pick that one up. So it's a good protection pick if they want to pick it for Scourge McDuck over on YodiBrodi. The Enchantress, though, I mean, are they expecting like a Lycan or like there's not going to be a Chen, right? Unless Dazzle's like,
Yeah.
oh,
So,
I don't know, 10 plus Dazzle could have been a pretty sweet
If
setup. But they have the Grimstroke already, so unless Dazzle's a core, not happening. Enchantress, like yes, what's her value? Generally, it's versus Lycan or Beastmaster type drafts, right? Just to kind of take that
yeah,
creep away. But in this
but
situation, she could be pretty good at harass though as well, for sure.
it is FryBoys time to pick. So Grimstroke pair up with an Sven. Do you think Sven, Bloodseeker, something like that is solid and aggressive? Centaur to try to escape there. They do have lockdown. So something they gotta be afraid of. They have lockdown. The Centaur is really good versus like some type of like range heroes with that retaliate very passive spell. So FryBoys, it is time for them to pick another core. Do you think that's gonna be another core or another position one? You know you're gonna be facing a patch at some point. So Grimstroke pair up with a certain stunner. I think the FryBoys could probably try to decide to maybe a melee hero. Sven, a Wraithkin at some point. No, I don't think that's going to be a Wraithkin. But you want to think about those ideas here. Maybe even an Ursa to just chop out and eat up this patch at some point. Those are the ideas behind this FryBoys stun lockdown pick.
I mean, you have the Centaur War Runner. He's pretty beefy. You're gonna have some pretty good initiation. You don't really have to worry about initiation, so you could go for something a bit more range. You could go back for the Luna maybe. I don't know. I definitely don't want to see like a Terrorblade or something like that. I've got too many BKB piercing disables that are just gonna mess around with his Sunder timing. But yeah, maybe Luna, Gyro, maybe something that's like can sit on the back line while the Centaur is up front. But you also want to be able to combine something with the Grimstroke, right?
Yes, absolutely. You need to make
Like,
use of that slow and stun.
so maybe they could pick up like a Lena or something for mid, but
In the mid lane,
don't know how much Lena's getting played mid these days. I don't feel she's
that's
huge.
on mid. I think that they played that that's on mid. If I'm not mistaken, that was the idea there on FryBoys with the that's on mid.
Okay, Dazzle mid. Okay, I mean that
So
kind of works a bit with the Grimstroke. Then I guess you're gonna get like poison touch on multiple ones, and
so you will just missing another support here. I don't think a Phoenix will be a good choice here. Vengeful if you want extra lockdown, but also what it looks like is that FryBoys is just repeating their draft. It's a task going as a support. I think they're kind of repeating the draft. And yes, it is a new team, new squad for the FryBoys, and they haven't been that much of time to prepare for this match. It's only been a week.
I mean,
Remember, that all of these teams they need to play what their comfort hero is and what's the meta.
I think YodiBrodi are in a little bit of trouble here. I need to see some solidification here. So we pick up the Templar Assassin, which we kind of expect. It was kind of telegraphed from the very start, right? But with Tusk and Dazzle, you have two very good saves. You've got the Shallow Grave, and then you've got the Snowball save on top. They are lacking in things to deal with the Templar Assassin shield first, though.
That's what will take care of it with the DPS damage, the Grimstroke DPS damage. I think that will do a lot of like that. Pretty much is going to evaluate. Yes, that's probably why FryBoys didn't respect by the Templar Assassin that Scourge Might that happens to play there like every now and then. Like every time that he has opportunity, he will be playing those.
Yeah, so they take the Morphling out. No more Queen of Pain.
And they're thinking about a Terrorblade. I think like the reason why they buy a Zeus and a Queen of Pain, they do have the catch, but they want to probably start being aggressive. And maybe it's a Terrorblade or somebody with extra DPS damage. Do you think in an illusion hero, it's just the point that there's a patch there? So if you were to pick out some type of illusion,
I think Naga PL both feel PL's great versus TA, right? And it's okay versus Enchantress. It's not bad versus Spirit Breaker. It's a bit annoying to play versus Pudge. Same with Naga. Naga's the same sort of situation. The net is very useful. But the tempo, I don't know if the tempo is there with those heroes. With Templar, with Terrorblade for FryBoys, I'd be concerned. Like I say, the Pudge alt and the Spirit Breaker alt both go through BKB, and he's going to get picked on a little bit. They're going to be able to pick this real guy out from the back line and stuff. So I don't necessarily like Terrorblade. It's good versus Templar Assassin kind of lineup though, because obviously she's a minus armor kind of queen, and Terrorblade has a lot of armor, so he's not like overly, it's not like a dry situation. But also, YodiBrodi Nexus will have to pick next, and FryBoys will have the last pick. So probably we should wait to see what they bring in. But for mid hero, do you think TA is going to play in the mid or in the safe lane?
No, that's a Scourge my tag pick. And I think in the mid lane, they probably want to do some type of a spirit, but the issue is that you have the Grimstroke to silence you and a little bit of a lockdown from the task. But you cannot lock down everyone, right? So maybe an Ember Spirit at some point could be the side of YodiBrodi. Ember versus Tusk, that's probably going to be the interaction there in the mid lane. No, not even the mid lane. Sorry, no, Tusk. That's what is in the mid. So.
They take the Luna away from FryBoys, which kind of forces them into the Drow Ranger / Terrorblade. I guess Gyro is still a pretty good pick, actually.
You think? What I'm really concerned here.
He's not overly bothered about getting hooked. He doesn't really care if Spirit Breaker charges him. Templar Assassin, you can kind of munch through a lot of what she wants to do. I don't know. Let's see what YodiBrodi go for their core.
Oh, Brew. So it's Punch Me? Wait, what? No, Spirit Breaker mid versus Dazzle. Is that what you're going to be sending out? Huh. Okay.
Spirit Breaker mid.
That's what it looks like to me so far. YodiBrodi, they do have a strategy right now, the Brewmaster, just to outnumber you. Very interesting draft here by YodiBrodi Nexus. And FryBoys with the last pick. It is time to reveal your last pick, and you're gonna give us a Faceless Void. Hi. And that's something that Sammy Boy been playing. Like every time that I think about Sammy Boy, absolutely, or Samson, he's
very comfortable on the hero for sure. It's not the ranged hero, but I guess the Chronosphere kind of does similar things, right? Holds everyone in place and allows you to DPS them down. There's not much to go with the Grimstroke alt. Obviously, the punch from Tusk, and then Dazzle's Poison Touch. Everything else is kind of a bit low key. So we got FryBoys versus YodiBrodi Nexus. This is game 1 for FryBoys. I mean, I don't even know. They've kind of got their names all up in this. But we've got Samson Faceless Void, LGTK Tusk, Sleepiness on the Center Warrunner, Dingus on the Grimstroke, and exclamation on the Dazzle. And then for YodiBrodi Nexus?
YodiBrodi, the Timbers. This Team Spirit, I think this is just going to be a mess. The YodiBrodi Nexus. If Bigot is not able to launch, he's a really good patch player.
Yeah.
Your gameplay is just relying on pickoff, I guess, on the other side.
I think there's a tempo window that the yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Right, so I think there's definitely a tempo window for the Templar Assassin, right? From about 12 minutes onwards to probably like 28 minutes or so, it's going to be a really strong time for the TA moving around the map. The Spirit Breaker is going to be backing her up. Enchantress is going to be able to rotate easily. Brewmaster can either sit in the lane or with his, Air Panda, you can take somebody out of the fight for 8 seconds. So once they hit level 6, they're going to have a really, really good gank potential and the opportunity to snowball pretty awesomely off the back of this, the Pudge, if you can land hooks and whatnot. On the other side of things, I think Sammy Boy, he needs to hit his timings, because obviously if he can chrono the TA or even part of her team and just kind of put the brakes on the tempo and force the game to 35 minutes plus, then I think FryBoys definitely have a really good chance of taking the game.
The Smokers Deceit done earlier to try to do some type of pickoff. They're gonna wait. Gonna have to wait. I do agree that they were coming out around trying to get these ward placements, and they're start testing Samson, start testing some type of wards.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have an idea. Look at based on the vision, they know exactly where they are right now. You got 4 heroes up on this high ground, waiting to make a bit of a movement. He comes in, he thinks it's just a Spirit Breaker, ready with a hook. They take the Centaur. He's already got Inkswell on him. It's going to be a little bit icky. I'm not going to lie. Here comes the poison. Be God to fall first. Samson throws out a little TP, a little tip even, and Jed going to go down. He's trying to leave it for his core. But it'll be 2 kills. Double kill for the mid lane, Dazzle, right? Wow,
that's
what
a
a
great
powerful start. What a powerful start for the Dazzle for sure. Door, he's having a look here. Managed to actually sneak an extra bounty rune that they didn't really have any business getting. They got 3 of the bounty runes. They lost 2 kills, but they get 3 bounty runes. That's a pretty good start to the game, I think.
Yeah, it started with 2-0, like at the very beginning, the mid lane, managed to get his items. It's gonna struggle. I'm just thinking about the team Spirit versus Dazzle in the mid lane. Should be in favor of Dazzle, right?
I imagine so. He's a ranged hero, so also with the slow effect, it's not going to be a fun time. I guess once Jed gets to like level 5, he's going to roam anyway. He can just push the lane out and then charge off elsewhere. But getting to that point might be a little bit miserable. It depends how often you've played the matchup as well. Obviously, if you're like like a Shao 8 kind of guy, and you only play Spirit Breaker mid, you're gonna probably fare a little bit better there. But so far, 7-3 versus 2-0. A little bit of a handicap for the Spirit Breaker mid for sure.
Right. Well, up top is Curse McDuck, and it's a little bit of okay, nice. No, wait, what? I thought he was gonna try to stack. It's only 33 seconds. He's just gonna try to get to his moving speed, right? Give you moving speed. He's gonna try to.
He's just doing
harass?
a little D-ward and just doing a little D-ward in action, I think. Trying to body block this one. Oh, I think Dingus is in trouble. Oh, wow. All right. Wait, she's level 2 already on the Enchantress? All right, okay. With a little kobold in there, doing a little bit of harass. Normally, that's just a bit of a meme one, that one. But
the bottom bar, right? Killing a straight. Yeah, absolutely. The mid lane is going to suffer. Dazzle versus Spirit Breaker. I was extremely surprised, but I'm wondering, I mean, they decided to go to pick 23 Brewmaster, so that must be your card. You have to really rely on how much DNC is going to, how much impact in the games that he's going to provide.
Yeah, I think Jed as well he's suffering incredibly here in the mid lane. Like he got like killed in the mid lane there. It's the 3rd kill for this Dazzle. Like the Dazzle's so far ahead. It's an impossible lane, it feels like, for Jed. The fact that he's managed to get level 3 and his bottle finished up, props to him. But he's going to be on the back foot. Luckily, Spirit Breaker's not really a farm-hungry hero. He can definitely do things early on. But he is literally a 1/3 of the CS if you take into account the denies on the Dazzle. It's it's rough.
He's poor right now, 16-0. That's a lot. 16-6. That's a lot. So mid lane, you expect the Spirit Breaker to probably reach level 6 and start roaming around. That's the only way.
Even at level 5, he can charge a bit for sure. No, I don't think he completely leaves the lane, or maybe you do just give up the lane and try and win one of your side lanes. Like Scourge's lane is going okay. Centaur, I mean, normally you'd expect him to perform just a little bit better in this lane, but I think obviously Scourge is like it's one of his signature heroes, right? So he's just going to have a slight edge in that matchup, more so than he would have normally.
It's a nice pull down by Door.
Oh yeah.
Also here, it should be FryBoys benefit, right? You just get close to get a little bit of experience from the neutral camp as well as the extra. Well, in case you manage to get some denies.
Oh, the Inkswell a little bit early, and unfortunately, Centaur just going to have to run around with him. Doesn't really achieve too much. Dingus getting a lot of punishment here. Door just having the time of his life. Just, firing those impetus off there. I guess actually giving him the old Phantom's Embrace.
In the bottom part, B got once again. Oh, no. It is another kill for FryBoys in the snowball.
DNC here with the snowball, yeah. But yeah, so far the FryBoys not too happy about YodiBrodi Nexus's level of confidence. Oh my God, they get another one. He heard us, guys. He heard us. Heard us talking smack about how his lane should be going better. He turns up the heat. Murders the Enchantress. It's a really good matchup versus Enchantress as well for Centaur. The double edge just cleaving through her puny HP pool. The stomp follow up to stop her from getting away. It's all good.
bottom part. Bigot, I don't see a punch. Like, not landing. I mean, he managed to land good hooks, but I expect Punch to be more active or try to get more kills early in the game. He's a really
I mean,
Punch player.
he shouldn't really be in this lane. Like, if you look at the two heroes that he's got to contest versus here, you've got Samson. Obviously, he can just time walk away if you hook him, right? And the snowball from Tusk immediately, either on Samson or himself. Like, what's Punch gonna do here? Nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
they work really well on their strats right now, FryBoys.
Just give Brew the old give him the lane, give him the levels at least.
And careful with Bigot in the bottom lane. He's suffering once again. The snowball comes on.
Shard's not great though. Samson gonna chase after B God while LGTK getting stuck with DNC, and DNC actually looking for the first kill of YodiBrodi Nexus right now, but they can't find the angle, and B God, he's too afraid to go for the hook.
And up top is first knocked. Gets a kill.
Scourge gets one. Scourge gets one. Not too shabby.
And the
Wait,
first
here
one
comes the
for
Dazzle. He's angry.
No!
The murder's all over the map right now.
There is a team there, my son. He hooked a creep.
They got the Brewmaster, huh?
Yeah, he wanted to get Samson as well. That's why he goes with the tip there. They're like, nice hook. Six minutes of the game in the CS department. It's already. It's obvious 35-11. The Dazzle. This 20.
Well, yeah, I mean, Spirit Breaker's
Hey, it's a level 5 now.
Yeah, let's see some charges, you know.
Going around, but the tree lane
All right.
up top, they managed to block them, but just managed to push them out. That was a nice idea. Was not executed very well, though.
No, I think they just got a little bit unlucky. Scourge read the situation. Here's a snowball. The follow-up, though. They get in on top. The stomp is there into the double edge, and Scourge McDuck goes down. Centaur regaining his honor after the other kill. Yo, B-God down bottom. Samson chasing him through the trees here. B-God just with a whisker of life going to get himself to safety, but DNC, can he turn this around? Samson on his own.
Yeah, and you have the time work, right? There's so much
Oh, here comes the Spirit Breaker.
sustainability in the laning phase, so he just managed to like recover all of the HP. But somebody, yeah, the Spirit Breaker is coming down. DNC,
The
he's gonna be able
timing's
to
actually
survive.
pretty smooth. Straight in there. Easy first kill and the
Another
second kill. Alright. B-God actually got both of those. 2 stacks for the flesh heap. Nice.
That was a great rotation there by Jet. I mean, yes, like you say, right? Level 5 start rotating in the bottom lane, gets those kills, managed to recover, and they're both level 7 so far. Dazzle and Spirit Breaker. Door's gonna try to let me take advantage of that meat experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do. It's the same with Primal Beast, right? If you take these heroes, they don't really necessarily need much item-wise. Okay, Dal's getting a little bottle refill in the mid lane. They're thinking about some action here as we come up to the 8-minute mark. Where's the runes top? Arcane rune top.